My name's Emil. I'm a digital strategist and I answer marketing questions. Today is episode 28 and it's about Google Ads and switching CPA for small budgets in Google Ads. This question comes from Reddit and it's from Official Churu, and hope I said that right. Should I be using Target CPA if I want as many conversions as possible? So what has happened is they've had maximized conversions as the bidding model. Google has been pressing them to switch it over to Target CPA, so we're paying per conversion rather than getting as many conversions. And they're worried that if they switch it over, will they lose the momentum they have, and will they have to go back and kind of rework it? It's a great question. I see it all the time, and I've dealt with very small businesses, my own included, where we didn't have a lot of money to compete. In this video, I'm going to cover how to compete with a small Google Ads budget, rethinking what a conversion really is, and other ways to stretch your Google Ads budget based on ways I've crushed it for my own business and other small businesses. But first, every Sunday, I send out one email that recaps all the marketing questions I answered that week. If you want to stay up to date on best practices, strategies, and become an overall stronger marketer, I think you would really enjoy this recap. It would mean the world to me if you could subscribe to the newsletter and my YouTube channel. Now, back to the answer. When I started out marketing, I worked for a small business and we had almost no budget. And as I grew into this role over the years, things have changed tremendously, but there's two components that never change, and this is pre-internet. To maximize efficacy of any campaign for a business, you need two things: time and money. And when we're training machine learning engines and using their recommendations, the more we can dedicate of both of those to the campaign, the faster it'll be profitable. But as a small business, you can dedicate one or the other. Rarely can you dedicate both. I've been there, totally get it. And this is the strategy that I use to absolutely crush. Now, let's remove money from the component. We're not going to add more money to the budget. We're going to stretch this budget, and we're going to show Google what's really valuable to us. And we start by actually challenging the conversion. Now, what is a conversion? It's just something we value. And most people, when they set up a campaign, even seasoned PPC managers, I catch myself sometimes doing this day in and day out. We look at a conversion as somebody booked an appointment or gave us money online, and then we're profitable on that ad. But that's not the case. What a conversion is just anything of value. So I think that when I have a small budget and you have a smaller area you're working in, what we need to do is work our way backwards into what conversion we want to optimize for, because Google needs a lot of data. And if we're only handling a handful of sales a week or a handful of core actions a week, it has limited data, so it needs more money to push that data in. What we want to do is we want to stretch it over time, and we want to use statistics in our favor. So this is what we should do. What I do in this situation is open up Google Analytics and then go to my goals, and hopefully you have set up goals for people who have completed that core conversion, whether it's purchase on page or booking an appointment. Then I start working backwards from that event and watching how those people interact with my website. The core conversion happens far less than, let's say, something right before that core conversion. For instance, you might find before the core conversion, a large percentage, 50 to 75% of people visit multiple pages, are on the site for over 2 minutes and have watched a video, or have gone to the About page, then the Services page, and then back to the About page. You can create a model and say, here is the audience that I really want to go for, because vast majority of people do this, and then a larger percentage of people from that audience convert to our core conversion. So now you have the before core conversion audience, right? Which is going to be bigger, and you can bid on that in Google Ads. You can create that audience and that conversion path and use GTM, Google Tag Manager, to initiate it. And now we can start bidding on a broader sense of the audience that's coming into our funnel. And because we're doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to fill that up faster through Google Ads. So for the first 25 to 30 days, just let it roll and let that core conversion happen. And you're going to see that as we're bidding on this, the machine engines become stronger and faster. By going to a Target CPA, Google assumes it knows what it wants, but unless you're tracking, at least 3 to 5 solid conversions a day, I don't trust this engine. But I think you can track 3 to 5 people that fall into a pattern of somebody who's likely to convert far more than people who do convert. And by modeling out those that are likely to convert, you're going to be able to train Google faster. The only thing you want to do is make sure you exclude basic traffic. So make sure that the audience you're building within audience definitions and passing that on through an event through Google Tag Manager matches up what those core converters look like, and isn't as broad as general traffic. That's super important to do here. And if you do this, as you progress down month 2, month 3, month 4 for this, you're going to notice that your CPA is actually dropping for your core conversion, because you're setting up much more information for Google to work from. Now, these are other steps I would do to stretch the budget overall. Bigger time restrictions. I find that for local businesses, they might do during operating hours, but I'll look at my Google Analytics and my Google My Business and take a look at when the most of my audience is interacting with me. I had a business once where it was between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. So instead of having a budget that started at 7 and ended at 5:30 like the business, we were just super aggressive with our budget between 9 and 1 p.m. and that really increased the amount of people we were in front of. The second thing is running optimized GMB. So making sure that you're posting your open close times, posting deals and offers and specials, and keeping it up to date, clean, and following best practices. And then last, this is one of the lowest costs, is diverting some of your funds to YouTube ads. YouTube ads are much cheaper than CPC. Now, if you're a service-based business like a tow truck company or a carpet cleaning company, this makes sense if you only run, $3 to $5 worth of YouTube ads to your retargeting list. That's the people who have made it through to the pre-core conversion, and then target them on YouTube. And locally, you'll do really, really well here. I truly hope this was helpful. I hope that some of these strategies are new and you can really maximize and compete on a bigger scale, even with your budget, and without adding any more money to it, just using our one of the most precious commodities we have, time. If you found this valuable, please subscribe below. And as always, good luck and happy marketing.